So it is a mixture of anticipation and concern in Paris ahead of the Olympic Games. Reporter Karien Jonckheere is in the French capital and joins us now. Karien, a very good evening from South Africa. I understand that there's been a bit of a scare as we continue building up to the opening ceremony. But what is the situation like there in Paris?
Hi, Quena. Yes, actually, I heard about the scare this morning, but in Paris itself, we're not really being affected too much. There've already been so many police on the streets before that happened. And as far as I understand, that scare was on train lines coming into Paris. So in the city itself, we're actually not affected at all.
And what is the atmosphere like? I mean, I can understand that the Olympic vibe must have gripped the city of Paris. Walking the streets, what is the mood from the people of Paris?
Absolutely. It's funny because I think Parisians often have a reputation of being a little bit grumpy towards tourists, but that's not the case at all at the moment. I think people are very excited that these games are finally getting underway. The weather isn't looking too great. As you can see behind me, we were caught in some rain earlier, but hopefully that'll move on by the time the ceremony starts at 7:30.
Well, just on that, the issue of weather, considering that the crazy idea, as even President Macron has said, of doing the opening ceremony by the River Seine. I mean, how's that shaping up and what's the expectation as far as the weather and the event itself concerned?
I think people aren't too sure what to expect. It's so different from what we usually have inside a stadium where it's all very contained and you see the athletes coming in. Now we have them arriving on boats down a 6-kilometer stretch of the river. So I think the bonus of that is that so many more people can be involved and line the river and be part of the opening ceremony, whereas usually it's just confined to that stadium. But yeah, hopefully the weather plays along. It does seem to have stopped raining for now, so let's hope that continues so that people can line those banks and be part of it.
You've covered quite a number of Olympic Games, 5 or more, if I'm right. I mean, what are you looking forward to the most about Paris 2024?
Oh, that's an interesting one. Yeah, this is my 6th Olympics. I think this opening ceremony is going to be very different. So that's definitely one on the list. And then obviously we've got some great athletes performing at these Olympics. You mentioned Akani. We're all desperately hoping he'll get his hands on that medal finally. I don't know if that'll be in the individual event or in the relays, but that's definitely one that I'm looking forward to a lot, as well as the swimming and seeing what Tatiana can do in defending her title.
I mean, from other African countries, with the likes of Tebo Kgolitsile from Botswana, and we've seen many other Africans doing well, do you think that it's an opportunity to see some breakout performances from Africans?
Absolutely. You mentioned Letsile. I think he's one of the most exciting athletes we can look forward to seeing in action at these games. He showed at the World Championships last year. He won a silver and a bronze there in the 100 and 200 meters. So definitely one to look out for. And always the Kenyans and the Ethiopians, of course. We've got Emmanuel Wanyoni from Kenya, who's really young and hoping to do things in the 800 meters. Mary Moraa as well. So there are a lot of great athletes to look forward to.
And from South Africa's perspective, again, Karien, we mentioned Akani Simbine, and one would say that 2016 5th place, 2020 4th place. Naturally, this would be 3rd or better in Paris. But who are other stars to watch out for? Would you think somebody like Prudence maybe has a chance?
Absolutely. Prudence has shown us that she just gets faster every time she gets on the track. So that 800 meters is going to be a really exciting one to watch. It's hugely competitive. The defending champion move from the States isn't going to be there, but we've seen Keely Hodgkinson from the UK running super fast this year, and obviously Mary Moraa from Kenya. So Prudence isn't among the favorites for a medal, but she's shown that she's got the talent and she's got the potential. It's just going to be getting through those rounds, which she isn't necessarily used to, going through heats and semifinals and then a final. So that's going to put her to the test, but definitely a potential there. And then also we've seen Benji Richardson suddenly throwing his name in the hat in the sprints. He ran a 9.86, I think it was, the other day. His first time running a sub 10, but suddenly he's there as well in the sprint. So it's really going to be an interesting games.
Well, fantastic. Karien, thank you so much for joining us from a rainy Paris. Hopefully the weather will clear up and we'll have a good opening ceremony. And we're building up to it. Should be happening in just over 30 minutes, starting at 7:30.